Hello, my name is Will Chandler and welcome back to Mazuma Pro. Today we're going to do a tutorial on entering budget items into your budget. So let's get started right away. Brought to you by Mazuma Pro, a lifetime money plan. So I've already pulled up the app and entered in my credentials, so I'm going to sign in. Okay, so I signed in, and as you see, it says create a budget item. If you look at the top of the screen, it says my budget weekly details. So right now there is nothing in the budget for the budget to display. So you're actually going to have to create a budget item. So you can tap on the create a budget item button right in the middle of the screen, or after you initially put in your budget items, you go up to this hamburger menu on the top left hand corner and you can select on that, and then you can go down to budget items, and then that will take you to the budget item screen. And then down on the bottom right hand corner there's a little plus sign. So when you want to add budget items, you click on that plus, and then you can add a budget item, and it'll take you to the add edit budget item screen. So we're going to click on that plus, and it's going to pull up the add edit budget item screen. So now we're going to add in 3 budget items. We're going to add in a weekly, a monthly, and a yearly item. And we're going to set some repeats and some end dates on it. So we're going to start off with food, and then we're just going to go down and fill this in, and we're going to get food in our budget. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to add a budget item name. So we're going to select on the budget item name, and then we're going to type in the budget item name we want here. So this is just food, so we're just going to type in food, and then we're going to say done. And then now the next line, we need to select which type of budget item it is. Is it an income or is it an expense? And this is an expense. So we're going to select on that. Now the third line has the amount due. So we spend about $100 a week in food. I calculated that up, so I'll put $100. Sometimes it's a little less, sometimes it's a little more, but it's right around $100. Now, if you don't know what yours is, put it in there. Put in there what you think or what you calculate, and then if once you assign transactions to it, if you find out that you continually overspend your budget, then you need to adjust the amount. If you find that you continually underspend your budget, you need to adjust the amount. So it can be adjusted, so don't worry about it. Get it as close as you think you can, and then you can hone it in as you go along. So next, then we're going to select done. So next you can determine which category that you want it to be in. So this is food, so we don't want it in the automotive transportation, so we'll select on that, and it'll pull up a list of items, and then we can go down it and find out there's 21 categories here you can choose from. So we'll go down and we'll choose the one that best fits this item. So you see there's a food/living category, so we're going to select that. So there, now it's assigned to the food living category. And then now we need to select the start due date. So all of the Mazuma Pro budgets, they run from Friday to Thursday. So the week starts on a Friday and ends on a Thursday. The month starts on a Friday and ends on a Thursday. And the years start on a Friday and end on a Thursday. So for the weekly food, we want that to be available on the first day always of the budget week. So we're going to select a start date of, that's a Friday, okay? And then now we're already into this week a little bit. So if you select the Friday right before, or the date right before what the current date is, then it'll put it in the budget ahead of time and then add it to all the days after. If you select the date after today's date, then it won't put it in the budget until next month or next time it's due. So what we're going to do here is we're going to select it to start on the 17th, and then we're going to select OK. Okay. Now see, it put the start due date as Friday, July 17th. And I selected Friday because, I put my food and stuff in the budget for the same day that, I get my pay. So get paid on Friday. The week starts on Friday. I want the money in there on Friday. So we got that set Friday, July 17th. So the first instance in the budget, it'll put it during the week. That's Friday the 17th. So we want it to repeat. The next item is the repeat option. So do you want it to just be a one and done, or do you want it to repeat? So this is food. Obviously, we're going to need to eat for the rest of our lives. So we are going to select repeat. So just select the repeat radio button, and then you see the different options that pull up underneath that. We'll scroll up a little bit so you can see it. And then notice it's defaulted on frequency as monthly. Well, this is food, and we go to the store every week, so I'm going to make this a weekly budget item. Now, if you go every month, you can make it monthly, but we go every week, so we're going to make it weekly. And we're going to just select on that, and then we're going to select weekly. So now notice when you select weekly, more options come up. So now we'll scroll up a little bit. So now notice you have the option of every 1 week. And if you select on that drop down arrow, notice it comes up. You can have it every 1 week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, or every 4 weeks. So like if you get paid every other week, you can do it every 2 weeks. Or if you only go to the grocery store every other week, you can select 2 and do it every 2 weeks. So we go every week. I want money in there for food every week, so I'm just going to leave it on the 1. And then now you can select which day of the week you would like it to be on. Well, like I said, we always do Friday, so I'm checking Friday. Now, that doesn't mean we go to the store on Friday, but the money is available on Friday. So we have every 1 week, and then we have it on Friday. So we scroll down a little bit more. Notice the next line down there, it tells you what you have it set as. You have it set as every week on Friday. And then if you're like, oh, I messed up, I want to change it to Saturday. So, if you change it to Saturday, boom, notice, or you can take Friday off and add Saturday, and then now it says every week on Saturday. Or maybe you go 2 or 3 times a week, you can select Wednesday and Saturday, and then notice it says every week on Wednesday and Saturday. So, but we want it to be every week on Friday, so we're going to select on Friday. And it says there every week on Friday. Now for end date, we're not going to have an end date because we want food for the rest of our lives, right? If you do want to put an end date there, maybe you can calculate, when you're going to die, and then you can put that in. But other than that, you can leave that empty if you want it to just play out in perpetuity. So once everything is good, and then we can scroll back up to the top and look at it. We have a budget item as food. It's an expense. We got $100 we're expensing for it. It's in the category of food and living, and it's going to start on Friday the 17th. It's going to repeat, and then it's going to repeat weekly every 1 week, and then it's going to be every 1 week on Friday. So, and then you go down, you see every week on Friday. It's not going to end, so we didn't put an end date. Now we will select done. Now it's sending it in there, and so now it's sending it in there, and see you have food/living, and then it put under that, it put food every week on Friday. So for this budget, now you have one budget item in there. You have food every week on Friday. So now we're going to add in a monthly item. So we will select add, and then notice the same page comes up, add edit budget item, but now we're going to make it a monthly item. And this is going to be our card payment. Okay, And so now that's an expense because we're adding in expenses. And then it is 100. Actually, we will make that $250 per month. So our payment is $250. We will select done. It's the car payment, so that can stay under the automotive transportation category. That's where I want that at. And then you have the start / the due date. Now for weekly items and stuff like that, and things that don't really have dates, you can pick whatever date you want. But for your car payment, it has a due date. So we're going to select the start / due date, and we're going to find the due date. Well, our car payment is due on the 8th of every month. So I'm going to select the 8th. Now, remember before, if you select the date before today, it'll actually put it in the budget previous to today. If you select after today, it won't show up until the next instance comes around. So since we have July coming in, and when you connect your bank, it pulls in transactions from the past, we're going to select beforehand, so we'll have some budget items that we could potentially add things to. So we're going to select the 8th, and then it's Wednesday, July 8th. And then we're going to select OK. So now we come down to the next item. See, the due date is July 8th and the start date. So that'll be the first one that goes into the budget, Wednesday, July 8th. Now we want it to repeat. So again, we're going to select repeat. And then it's going to bring up those options. And notice it's on monthly already. So we're going to leave it there. And then we're going to scroll down, you see. And then you look, it says every 1 month. And then the line after that, it says every month on the 8th. And then below that, so that's correct, it's every month on the 8th. So below that is an end date. Now this is our car payment. So we only have a year and some left on it. So we're actually going to put an end date on this one because we're hoping to have that paid off, which we will one day. So we're going to select end date. And then it's going to pull up the calendar. And then our last payment is actually August 8th, 2022. So I'm going to roll down to 2022. And I'm going to select August 8th because that will be the last payment. So I have August 8th, 2022. And I'm going to select OK. So now notice the line, since we put an end date in here, notice the line above it, it says every month on the 8th until August 8th, 2022. So once August 8th, 2022 gets here, it will not show up in the budget in September of 2022. So now if you decided that, hey, I want to have a car payment forever, you can select remove end date down there, and it will remove the end date and put it in the budget for the rest of your life. So go up to the top, and we scroll down. It's a car payment. It's an expense. The payment's $250 a month. We have it in automotive transportation. It starts on Wednesday the 8th of July, and then it will repeat monthly every 1 month on the 8th until August 8th, 2022. So when all of that is correct, you'll select done. It'll add the item and say budget item successfully saved. So select OK. And then now notice under the budget items, under expense, it has added a category automotive transportation, and it has added in the car payment every month on the 8th until August 8th, 2022. $250. So that is correct. So now we want to add one more. It's going to be an annual one. So we're going to select on the plus to add one in. It's going to bring up the add edit budget item page. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in mom's birthday. It comes once a year, right? So let's add in mom birthday. So we got mom birthday. It is an expense, so we will select it as an expense. And we spend $100 is our budget for mom's birthday. So I'm going to add in $100. Now, obviously, if you're going to spend $200, put that. you're going to spend 50, put that, right? What's your budget? So then we're going to select done. And then now we're going to move down to the category section. It's mom's birthday, so let's find a category that will fit under. So we'll go down, and if you notice on the third one down there, you see celebrations and holidays. So we're going to select on that because it is a birthday. It is a celebration. Now, we have the start/due date coming up next. So we'll select on that. So when's her birthday? Her birthday is on the 15th of August. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the 15th of August. And now I could go back to 2019 and select August 15th of that, but that's just too far back because my budget doesn't need to go back that far. So I'm just going to select the next time that it's due. So I'm going to have to go to August 15th, 2020. So I'll move down to August and I'll select the 15th. So Saturday, August 15th, that's the next instance. I'm going to select OK. So now we're moving on and we got the 15th, which is good. And we want it to repeat. So we're going to select repeat once again. And then we're going to select the frequency, which the frequency is going to be yearly. So we'll select yearly. And then we'll scroll down. And even though she probably wants one every 2 years, her birthday is going to be every year. So you follow the next line down. You got every August on the 15th. So this will show up in August on the 15th every year. So end date, we're not going to put an end date, but if you want to guess the end date, right, you can, make your mom 100 or 150 and you can put an end date in there. But for stuff like that, you don't have to put an end date. It'll just run out. And then whenever they pass away or if it doesn't do no more, you just stop it. You can go in your budget and then you can select an end date and have it stopped at that time. So everything is correct here. There's no end date. We're going to go back up and scroll down. We got mom's birthday. We got expense, $100. It's a celebration holiday. The next one is going to be on August 15th. It's going to repeat yearly, every 1 year on August 15th with no end date. So we will select done. After you select done, it's going to say budget item successfully saved. Select OK. So we have entered 3 items in here. We have entered food every week on Friday. We have entered a car payment every month on the 8th until August 8th, 2022. And we have entered mom's birthday under celebrations holiday every August on the 8th for $100. Now, if you messed one of these up, you got done and you're like, oh man, I'm not spending $100 on her. I'm only spending $50. Okay. You can edit it once it's done. So what you want to do, if you want to, like if it ends and you didn't put an end date, then you can edit it or stop it. And then what you do is you want to get on the item you want to, and then you just want to slide it to the left and it will pull up the edit or stop options. So we want to edit this because, man, our mom deserves just way more than that. So we're going to change that to $150. So we're going to hit edit and it pulls up the add edit budget item. So you got mom's birthday, income. So there's the amount. So mom's worth way more than $100 a month. So we're going to change it to $150 a month. So there it changed to $150 a month. Now we'll scroll down and then we will select done. And then it's going to say budget item updated successfully. So you've updated it, select OK. And then now if you go down the list here and you see mom's birthday every August for $150. So it updated the amount. So you see there, that's how you add expenses into your budget. So we've added a weekly one, we've added a monthly one, we've added a yearly one. So just keep going through and add in all of the expenses that you have. And then in the next video, be sure to join us for that, because in the next video, we're going to show you how to interpret it and how to read that information in the budget, where you will begin to gain a full understanding of the power of this lifetime money plan. Thank you very much, and until next time.